Okay, here at the museum with Bev Godwin from the GSA and, of course, Brandon Kessler from ChallengePost. They both just spoke at the FedScoop event here about the grand challenges and gave a bit of a preview of Challenge.gov. Bev, what's the vision for Challenge.gov?
So Challenge.gov came out of the OMB memo that came out on March 8th, 2010. It was about innovation challenges and prizes, where the Obama administration is encouraging agencies to use challenges challenges and prizes for the public to help solve problems and innovate with the government. It's like the next form of citizen engagement beyond participation to co-creation. And in that memo, it directed GSA to develop a challenge platform so that the technology could be done once and agencies could use this platform to create challenges and have a lot of functionality around those challenges with social networking, etc., but then also so the public can find federal challenges in one place. And so that was the vision behind Challenge.gov, and we competed for it and chose ChallengePost to work with to set up Challenge.gov, and it launched on July 6th to federal agencies only to start posting challenges, and it should open to the public in the next month or so.
Okay. And to speaking of ChallengePost's role, what is ChallengePost and what are you doing? How are you helping out with this site?
ChallengePost, we're a marketplace for challenges, so our whole mission is to be sort of a central repository for challenges. Why? Because when challenges exist in a central location, you can find them, and more people can support them, which means showing that they like the challenge and spreading the word on the challenge and recruiting people to solve the challenge. And then if you're a solver, somebody who solves challenges, you can find more when they're in a central location. So the whole purpose is that when there is a centralized network, problem-solving numbers go up. And that was the thesis, and that has held true through our numbers. And then we were fortunate enough to be chosen to build with GSA Challenge.gov, which is the portal for federal challenges across all the agencies.
Now, one of the examples that's pretty prominent right now is Apps for Healthy Kids, which the First Lady has been involved in, and ChallengePost has also been part of that, correct?
Right. So we've done we've been around only a year since our launch, but we've done about 100 challenges, and really pleased to be working with the First Lady's Let's Move organization and the USDA for Apps for Healthy Kids, and that is a challenge where they challenge software developers to create apps to improve childhood nutrition. So they took a data set, which was just a bunch of data, basically in an Excel sheet with nutrition information. And they put it out and said, hey, developers, why don't you create apps for web, for mobile phones, for any sort of commonly available platform, including game consoles, etc. So create games and tools to improve childhood nutrition. And there were almost 100 submissions representing about $5 million worth of software created in exchange for only $60,000 in prizes. So it's a tremendous return on investment. And people like challenges because they're motivated not just by money, but status and recognition and intellectual stimulation and the competitive spirit and these other social rewards. So it's great for them because they can solve problems, but it's also great for the organization because they get great ideas and they get marketing around their initiative.
And how do you value the application there in terms of comparing prize versus the cost of developing it?
Right. So we use the CIO Vivek Kundra's number that he used when he was in Washington, D.C. and leading their technology effort, which was that it would cost about $50,000 per app if a government agency were to create this on their own. Consider the RFP, the time request proposal, the time spent, and then actually paying for that application. So that seems to be the minimum amount that a government agency would spend on an app. Now, clearly, they wouldn't pay $50,000 for every single app that was submitted, but they would actually spend, I believe, some of them are worth millions. So overall, the totality of the apps is the real win, plus all the marketing benefits. So hundreds of articles and hundreds of thousands of tweets on Twitter and shares on Facebook, and then, of course, millions of people who saw those.
Okay, thank you. And any other examples of challenges that people should be keeping an eye on around the government?
Well, there's actually some pioneering agencies that have been using challenges. The Energy Department has a challenge for a better light bulb that's more energy efficient. And State Department, for example, has an Apps for Africa challenge going on where the goal is to unearth local talent developers in 4 East African countries. And there's DARPA has done challenges, and NASA has many challenges going on for things like better astronaut gloves and how to keep food safe longer in space. And so there's examples from small challenges to medium-sized challenges to grand challenges, and there's a huge room for growth in this in the government, and I think we're going to see an explosion over the next few years.
Great.
A bunch coming even within the next month.
And here, Challenge.gov will be launching sometime in September?
We think so. I feel like I have a great gift under the Christmas tree for people ready to open, and I can't wait till they open it.
Sounds good. Thank you.